There is a word in Japanese for the light that filters through leaves, Komorebi. The English language never made one. That single fact tells you almost everything about why Japanese people don't need weekends to recover. A culture that names the light through leaves is a culture that stops for it. A culture that stops for it never fully loses the thing that makes ordinary days feel alive. The West built a life worth escaping. Japan built something else entirely. Here is how they did it. Every morning in Japan, before the phone, before the coffee, before the first thought of the day has fully formed, a window opens. The practice is called kikire, air exchange. It almost sounds too small to matter, but that is exactly the point. All night, the air inside a room goes stale. The body breathes the same air again and again. Opening the window is not about fresh air. It is about making a cut, a clean break between the night that ended and the day that is beginning. The cool air hits the face. Street sounds come in, birds, wind, something outside and alive. The senses wake up before the mind has a chance to load its worries. The gap, however small, is where the day gets chosen instead of just happening. Most people fill it with a screen. The Japanese open a window because the morning belongs to whoever claims it first. Before every meal in Japan, a bowl of rice alone at a desk, a family dinner, a quick lunch between meetings, the same three words, itadakimasu. Most people translate it as thank you for the food. That translation loses almost everything. Itadakimasu means I humbly receive, not just the food, everything that made it possible, the farmer, the rain, the hands that cooked it, the life of the plant or animal that became the meal. This word is over 1,000 years old. And when you say it with real intention, not as habit, but as meaning, something shifts. For 3 seconds, you stop doing and start noticing. The meal in front of you becomes an event, not a pit stop. Over 3 weeks, that 3-second pause quietly trains the brain to look for what is here rather than what is missing. 3 syllables, a whole philosophy of enough. Nature has a rhythm. You can hear it in the waves, in the fire, in wind moving through trees. It never repeats exactly. It never stops completely. It is always slightly different and somehow always the same. The body knows this rhythm. It has always known it. And when you stand in it, really stand in it, not walking past it, something lets go. The tight thing in your shoulders, the low hum of worry, the sense that something needs doing right now, it just goes quiet. Komorebi is the rhythm made visible. Sunlight broken by leaves into something moving and breathing and alive. Japan named it because the culture noticed what it did to people. The name was not poetry. It was an instruction. Stop here. Stand in this. Let it do its work. You do not need a forest. One tree, any park, any morning, the light was always there. You just forgot to stand in it. In the Japanese tea ceremony, every movement is practiced until it needs no thought. How the water is poured, how the bowl is held, how the cup is placed. Not dropped, not slid. Always set down with full intention. This is teine. Care, gentleness, doing one thing completely. When the whole mind is occupied by the simple act of placing a cup, something interesting happens. The worry about tomorrow goes quiet. The replay of yesterday stops, not because you pushed them away, because there was simply no room left. The cup was using all of it. This is what meditation tries to teach through sitting still. Teine reaches it through a cup on a table. Modern life is full of cups being placed on tables. Most of them are slammed down without a thought. One placed carefully changes the whole minute it lives in. A life made of careful small actions is a life that was actually lived. In a traditional Japanese room, there is a small enclave called a tokonoma. It holds one thing, one scroll, one flower, one object, nothing else. The empty space around it is not background. It is the point. This is Ma. The pause, the gap, the silence that gives everything else its shape. In Japanese music, Ma is the silence between notes. In conversation, it is the pause before answering. In the garden, it is the raked gravel between the stones. The West fills every gap. Empty calendars get meetings. Silent rooms get televisions. Every movement of quiet becomes an opportunity to check the phone. But a life with no gaps cannot breathe. When every moment is full, nothing lands. Nothing is felt. The days run together because nothing in them was given space to settle. Ma is the practice of leaving things empty on purpose. Not because you have nothing to fill them with, because the emptiness is the point. The usefulness of a cup is in its emptiness. At the end of every workday in Japan, in offices, hospitals, schools, small restaurants, the same words move through the room. Osukurata mashita. You are tired. You've worked hard. That tiredness is honorable. It is not a goodbye. It is a closing. You gave today what it asked for. The day is complete. Most people end their days differently. They go over what went wrong. They build a list of what didn't get done. They take all of it to bed and lie there with it until sleep finally comes. Thin, restless, not quite enough. When the day is closed with acknowledgement instead of on it, something different happens. The mind lets it go. Sleep comes easier. The morning begins clean. Utso Karama Deshita is said millions of times every day across Japan. It takes 3 seconds. The day deserves to be closed as carefully as it was opened. Japan never wrote a philosophy of happiness. It wrote a philosophy of attention. A window opened, a meal received, light noticed through the leaves, a cup placed down with care, a silence left unfilled, a day closed with kindness. None of this requires a different life, only that you return, again and again, in small, careful acts, to the one you already have. That is the habit Japan has practiced for centuries. Not happiness as something found, happiness as something returned to every single day. There's an old Japanese saying, the lotus grows from muddy water, yet its flower is pure. The ordinary day is the muddy water. The small, careful act is the flower. Japan understood something the modern world keeps having to relearn. You do not have to wait for a better day to begin living well. You take the day you have, however flat, however tired, however ordinary, and place one careful thing inside it. A window, a word before a meal, a minute under a tree. These are not preparations for a good life. They are the good life. The Japanese have a word, nichio, everyday life. But in Japanese culture, nichio is not something to escape. It's something to inhabit fully, to tend to find worthy of attention. The West made ordinary life the obstacle between you and happiness. Japan made it the path. Not because Japanese people are wiser or calmer or more disciplined, but because somewhere along the way, a culture decided that the ordinary moment deserved a name, that the light through leaves deserved a word, that the end of a hard day deserved an acknowledgement. And once you start naming things, you start noticing them. And once you start noticing them, you start living inside them. That is all it takes. Not a different life, just different eyes for the one you already have. The one who tends to small things well has already understood the large ones. Leave a like if this felt different from what you usually watch. Tell us in the comments, which of these moments do you think your day is missing most? Share this with someone who's been waiting for the weekend to finally feel okay. And we'll see you in the next video.